Yes. Now, this income that Congress, let's see here, Amendment number 16. Yeah. The Congress shall have power to lay and collect taxes on incomes, yeah, from whatever source is derived without apportionment among the several states, and without regard to any census or enumeration. Now, who is it that has the authority? Yes, to whatever sort to receive income from whatever source derived. Now, I put some screen prints on my drive, and maybe the sheriff's department didn't see them, but we're going to go through them because I have 81 of them. Poop. And I just bought another cup of coffee. Yes. Now, I haven't been able to shower for a few days, but I know you really don't care, do you? The financial hardship that I myself and my family are experiencing? Yes. Now, under Brady, the suppression by the prosecution of evidence favorable to the accused upon request violates due process. When the evidence is material to guilt or punishment, irrespective of the good faith or bad faith of the prosecution, States versus Mullen, Brady obligations extend not only to evidence requested by the defense, but also to favorable evidence not specifically requested by the defense. Now, the government must disclose not only the evidence possessed by prosecutors, but evidence possessed by law enforcement as well. And then see all these little things right here? Yeah. Let me give you an example. I inform you that my rights are being violated. Yes. You decide to cover that up and arrest me multiple times. Poop. And then you decide to continue sending notices of the court to a sanctuary where the pastor has the authority of law to issue tax deductible receipts that deprives Congress of income. Yeah. hmm Now, Congress is supposed to be nice. Yeah, they are. But every pastor, every reverend, every priest, all of those in every denomination that has knowledge, yes, that you refused as law enforcement to disclose the evidence that I wasn't in Sequim, Washington. Yeah. You refused as law enforcement to disclose the evidence that I wasn't in Brennan, Washington and I wasn't cyber stalking. Yes. The pastors that have knowledge of those in ministry that can deprive Congress of any of the incomes from whatever sources derived. They're getting sued for allowing Mike Van Proyen to do what he did. Now, there's a lot more sign here's, okay, Squim, Washington, because I'm going to sue First Presbyterian Church. Now, when I mentioned Joel Munger and myself had worked together, yes, I noticed certain people had the last name of certain pastors that happened to have the authority from Congress to issue tax deductible receipts. Yes, that certain pastors felt no obligation to inform law enforcement when somebody was not receiving their mail at that location. Yeah. Now, those in the ministry that can deprive Congress of any income derived. Yes, I did once say that I will shut down every church in Squim. Yeah, and I will sue you for every property of every church. Okay, you stupid fuckers. Now, Mike seems to have this unlimited amount of authority. Yes, where he can issue tax deductible receipts, right, that denies Congress the right to collect taxes and on incomes from whatever sources derived from the actual congregants. Yes. Now, this enumeration, this is kind of one of those words that we're going to look at today, okay? Because I will sue, yes, every individual that has the authority from There's going to be a lot more sign here. Now, for Port Angeles, I've been to a lot of churches, haven't I now? Yes. In fact, a certain pastor said, well, you think they're going to just do that? When the sheriff's department knows that I wasn't in Squim, yeah. The sheriff's department does know I wasn't in Brennan, yes. I'm going to sue the sheriffs, right, because of the law. Now, you've really upset me today, Sheriff. I will sue for the actual ownership of every property that is exempt from property taxes that Congress gave the authority to issue tax deductible receipts so that Congress cannot receive that income in support of the United States of America. Because you dumb fuckers are really pissing me off. Now, when we look at the county, okay, are there any businesses that have contributed? Yes, yes, yes. See, Washington State doesn't have a state income tax. Why don't you get me the tax deductible receipts of the business and occupation tax? Yes, because you cannot suppress evidence, right, and then arrest me for saying that I'm homeless when you know I am, because you don't want to personally serve me notice of court hearings. And then when you issue a $500,000 warrant for my arrest, I'm telling you, I will take ownership right now of every fucking charity in the United States of America that has any knowledge, that the county and the state refused, to enforce my rights as a citizen of the United States. Now, you've see United States versus Foursquare as a denomination as the defendant. Persuading to Brady versus. Now, for every one of you that thought, well, we have authority to issue tax deductible receipts for cash, gifts, checks, and property. Poop. You have the same obligation to make sure that no one, within religion, yes, denies the government of what is owed them. Now I'm going to want my sons today, and as Brady says, law enforcement, police department, poo. Why don't